Hey, here on Hope and Hammer, it's the day you've been waiting for. We're going to take you into the house for the first time and show you all of its glory. And so, as you'll see here, there's already one piece that's been moved. We tried to get going on recording, but the guys were so anxious and ready to go for cleaning, but I was able to still jump in and start filming. So, this is the living room. It's Christmas year round in this room. Just tons of shelves. There's the guys going at it. And then you can see the color of the carpet, what it should be. And if you stay tuned, in this room, you see the color of the carpet that it should not be. This room, the dining room they were using it as, is actually, in my opinion, it's top 3 worst room. We'll show you at a later time what we believe is probably the worst room, to the point we keep the door shut on that. But that china cabinet there was full of surprises. We'll show you one in a little bit. Kitchen, this eventually does, just everything's going to get gutted. We'll sell the appliances. We'll have a guy come pick those up for scrap metal. I think there was a time when we were looking at this house in the beginning, I was like, oh, we can keep the cabinets. We'll paint them. It's not that bad. Praise God. We do not have to keep those cabinets. This is their living room. I had a huge fish tank. That's a beautiful stone wall, real stone around that fireplace. And again, that's the pocket sliding glass door I told you guys I loved. This is the master bedroom. It's actually the cleanest room in the house. It smells the best. Look at her. That's me. This master bedroom is carpets in the best shape. It had a deadbolt on the door, so not many people would come into it, I'm assuming. Not many pets especially. And just kind of kept as is. Closet. That's actually, I think, yeah, it's got 3 closets. There's another one right there, and then the master behind the door on the left that you see. Penguins everywhere. And then I'll show you, let's pan to, there's me again. What's up? I'll go into the bathroom. You've seen probably this in previous videos, just rusty water. We hope the wall, as you're looking at that toilet, the wall on the right, we will more than likely blow out. Just to expand this master bedroom. I'm going to call this our Orca bathroom. It technically is the 3rd bathroom in the house. Tons of blue. What's up, cutie? Orcas everywhere. And this tiny little shower, which in our original floor plans, as we were looking to build a house, I wanted a small one just to wash the dogs or what have you. So it works. The garage, and as you can see, there's some exercise equipment, unopened box. We think that's a swimming pool above ground. Pretty cool if it is. Washer and dryer that's old, and then look up to the ceiling. Creepy attic. Let's go back in the house. These are the bedrooms, so these will be where our boys eventually wind up, minus all this stuff. This one, top 3 creepy room 2. We're not excited to get in here. We don't know what awaits us. Lots of collectibles on these shelves. But just, this is like probably level 8 hoarder. Maybe level 7, right? There's barely a trail, and it is just thick, full of stuff. This is where the last remaining resident was living, and it houses the only air conditioner that was in the house for what we're being told is about 3 to 4 years, that she was just living with a window unit. So lots and lots of stuff in this room. This is not a top 3 room for us. This one's okay. We'll get to it. This one, in a moment, you'll see we did actually clean this out over the weekend. Went by pretty quick. Nothing too crazy. Although I will say the dresser behind me in this moment, you might see it here on the right, there was some creepy stuff in there. Some smell eventually came out that we're like, yeah, we're putting masks back on. Any Coca-Cola fans, drop a comment or maybe a like, because these people really loved Coca-Cola so much. What's up, cutie? Shake it. Hold on. We got to do a dance break. Okay. This is our friend JD and my husband Paul crushing it. And some weird things. We questioned if that was real, that cat. And we knew that this was real, this spider. You can Google what kind of spider that is if you are one of those people. The dumpster was quickly filling up, but Paul was quickly draining out. He worked really, really hard. It was hot this day. We were up in the 90s for sure. But as you can see already, that living room is cleared out. I went away. I got the kids, picked them up from school. I come back. There's carpet ripped up. But sadly, even under the carpet, so much pet stainage that we're scraping away. We'll do a lot of product cleaning. Here's the guys in the first closet you entered, cleaning out that. And then just a time lapse, because why not? You don't have to endure the long hours that we worked that day. And if you see, there's next to the window, we do have a portable AC unit. We were desperate for any kind of cool air. And so we were able to open that window and blow some cooler air and exhaust out the hot. It's also a dehumidifier, so it's double purpose. And we were really grateful to have that in 90-something degree weather. But this kitchen got cleared out really well. By the end of the night, we're like, hey, before we leave, we sprayed some disinfectant. I'll show you what brands they are. We actually learned that from another YouTuber video, and we didn't show you, but we set off like 6 fog smoker bomber things, and the next morning there was a plethora of cockroaches awaiting us that had taken their last breath prior. But yeah, just trying to get this place. It smells wretched. I wish you could book a tour and maybe come get some free smells, but it just smells still so bad at this point. So we're desperate to get any kind of fresh smell. These are our 4 wild boys. They could not wait to demolish this fence. It doesn't take much effort, guys, so don't be too impressed. But they couldn't wait. It was a rainy day. This was on Saturday. And I originally thought the rain was going to ruin our plans, but man, it made it so much cooler. And it never was like pouring. It was just enough to almost cool us down as we're in and out of the house carrying stuff. We show you the progress we made on the kitchen. And I believe actually at that point, our oldest had been in the dining room, was starting to clear out. So he did a really great job. This is that bedroom that was not really too bad. Yeah, decent amount of stuff. If you see my little white trash can, I called that my little brute. It's a little 10-gallon trash can we got off Amazon. It was my favorite. It's just a quick and easy lift over the dumpsters. And because there's just so many small items, just thousands of small items, it's perfect for carrying. And again, our oldest son is the only one in this house with us. He's a teenager, so we figured put a mask on him. He really impressed us. So Elijah, if you watch this years later, we're proud of you. Good work. This closet, there was an amount of things we found. One of them being a cat turd. Don't know how old that was, but I don't even think I told my husband. But this room, as you can see at this point, we've even begun to move the carpet track along the edge. It just is so gross. I can't wait to clean it and scrub it, and it's going to take more than bleach. So we'll see how it turns out. But dining room, this will be our dining room. It was kind of their family room or whatever, but looking good, or I'll say looking better. It could be better. We cleared out this bathroom, not clearing out that orca though, but we cleared out the bathroom just in case. It's like, hey, we're here, we got to use the toilet. We will be installing a new toilet ASAP though. This master bedroom is completely cleared. Fans running, looking better. Not good. Looking better. And let's go check out those other bedrooms, but without saying hi to our handy helpers. Good job, guys. Way to go. And so once again, showing you the only bedroom on the other side of the house so far that we've gotten, and we're not sweeping. We didn't even vacuum, but look, no more junk in here. So now let's end on a high note. Again, we showed you in our very first video, we drove you by, episode 1, we drove you by the front of the property, and you see just how overgrown it was. The biggest concern is the dog fennels, which our normal 54-inch zero-turn mower, it doesn't stand a chance against. So we called up our good friend, his name Jeff, and he brought his tractor. And I think it was like 2.5 hours. He was just bush hogging, using his tractor. You'll see in a moment, even using the scoop on the front of it to show Cactus who's boss. But again, we see this 3 acres and so much potential, just needing normal maintenance, and then on top of that, a little bit of love. And so grateful for friends like Jeff, and grateful to see not just the inside make progress, but even on the outside. I hope you enjoyed watching all of the progress we made in just one short weekend. I gotta say, we're actually really pleased. We feel like we put a big dent in it. So much so, we ended our Sunday opening the gates and driving our SUV in the middle of our new property. This is me hanging out the sunroof, just taking it all in. Again, as a mom and a wife, I see so much potential. I see so many future events and just gatherings, and my son's running in these same fields. And so grateful that, again, just in one short weekend, the progress we see. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that all that mowing footage was therapeutic and soothing to you somehow. But stick around. We appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. We read your comments, so see you next time.